Hey, it's Graham Dargy here. This is episode 3 of my Safari Diary. I ended the last video by asking if things could get any better than they were on the first day, and somehow they kind of did today. I'll just give you a quick summary of the day and then some highlights. A good drive this morning. We saw lots of elephants, lots of other stuff. The best sighting we had was two male lions who had killed a buffalo. They'd killed it fairly recently. We didn't see the kill, but we got there and quite a good bit of the buffalo was gone. Um, and Ken, our guide, did a really good job to get us there. It was quite far away, um, and so it was just brilliant. And we got so close to the lions. Um, Long grass. The grass is a bit longer than we were expecting because they've had a lot of rain. So it was a little bit tricky to get to see the lions as they were lying down in the long grass. So that gave us some issues and some stuff to talk about, camera settings and technique later. But everybody got some pictures. Headed back to camp for breakfast. Really good breakfast. A little bit of downtime. I did a photography lesson in the morning, a quick class about some safari techniques, safari photography techniques. So there are four things I've identified that are kind of associated with this kind of photography. So we quickly went over those things. That seemed to be well received by the group. Headed for lunch, and then in the afternoon, early afternoon, made time to do one-to-one catch-ups with everyone, just to talk about some of the challenges they might be having with camera technique, shooting, setting goals for success for the week. So that was really good time. I really enjoyed that. Helping people. It's easy for a guide, an instructor, a photography instructor, to just rattle off jargon, about settings and ISO and F numbers and all this. But if you're not actually helping people make progress, it's just hot air. So I really enjoyed getting into it one-to-one with people where we can go a little bit deeper on their specific issues and look at particular ways to find particular things on their cameras, which might not be the same as other cameras. So that was a good time. After that, it was time for the afternoon drive, and there was a quick, heavy downpour just before we went. It was amazing, and it was a bit like being back in Aberdeen, really. But it didn't last for long, and by the time we went out, it was pretty much stopped. Ken, our guide, took us to a really different terrain this afternoon. Not the sort of flat and open plains that you really associate with the Mara. We just went a different way, and we found ourselves in beautiful valleys and or hilly kind of bushy sort of terrain, which was brilliant. Really different look, different kind of stuff there. So we saw lots of elephants. We had a really good elephant sighting where there was a herd going at a tree, just ripping it apart, eating it up. Where there were lots of elephants, all kinds of shapes and sizes. Then we saw a big buffalo having a mud bath. And just as we were heading back at sunset, we were just thinking, oh, funny, we haven't seen any giraffes today. And we came around the corner and we could see about half a dozen giraffes. Just across from that, not 20, 30 yards, there's a female lion with a kill, with a warthog, and two cubs. So she was letting the cubs have some food there and helping them out a little bit as well. And the funniest thing is, as they were eating, the half a dozen giraffes that were on the other side of the road, just more and more giraffes kept appearing, and eventually there must have been a dozen or so giraffes, and they were just standing there 20, 30 yards away. I was just kind of standing there looking at the lioness and the cubs eating, and it was kind of spooky and eerie, but it was awesome to have two amazing sightings just literally across the road from each other. So it was just as the sun was going down, so we were really at the limit of the camera settings, but I think everybody managed to get good pictures, and it was good to see that Penny had dropped about some of the settings that we'd been talking about, and we were able to make it work in quite a difficult situation. Brilliant sighting, but quite difficult because it was basically pitch dark by the time we got there. My best bit from today was the terrain. I just loved the valley that we went up, and it was, the plains is brilliant, of course, but the valley was so different, and I thought if I was an animal living out here, that's probably where I'd go. And be also the guest reaction to the sightings. People are just overwhelmed by what we're seeing, how close we can get. We could have literally touched an elephant today. It was a bit, we were very close, and we were really close to the lions as well, uh, both times. So um, those were my best bits today. Just people are overwhelmed and in awe of what we're seeing. It's a brilliant experience. Um, Lesson learned today: just investing in the guests. Really, I mean, it would be easy to get carried away and just take pictures, pictures, pictures of my own. But I'm really making a point to try and prioritize the guests' need, and it's good to see that that's already starting to pay off, and we're on in the second day. So I'm hoping that everybody makes really good progress this week. I want to make a special mention of the staff at the camp. We're at the Sarova Mara camp. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous place to be. And the staff, I was here a year or so ago with my family, and some of the staff remembered me and remembered my daughter, and that means a lot. It goes a long way, and they've just been really good with my guests as well. So when I mention the staff here, Ken, the guide as well, has just gone out of his way to help us. And I want to thank everybody on that side of the screen for the likes and the kind comments and the encouragement. It really means a lot. So please keep following the videos, and let me encourage you to share as well. It really makes a difference to me to get the word out about what I do. So it's the end of the day. I'm really, really tired, but we've got an early start tomorrow, and we're going for a long game drive all morning. So we'll see how that goes. We also saw loads of birds today. A couple of the guests are really into birds, and we saw loads of nice different birds. So brilliant day all around. Very busy, and just looking forward to more. So I'll let you know what happens tomorrow. I'll keep you up to date. Like, share, subscribe, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and my website. Thanks a lot. We'll see you soon.